Hello and welcome to SourcedUp TV. My name's Mark and this is
Sam.
And this is our very first episode of SourcedUp TV. We're very excited to be here. Whoop, whoop. We basically own and operate a creative content agency in Adelaide called SourcedUp. And we work with a number of businesses, clients and brands. So we decided that after hearing lots of questions from our clients that we put together a video series, a YouTube series, so we could connect with other businesses and also help out other companies with understanding what creative content is and also what it can do for your business. So first of all, what is creative content? What is it, Sam?
What is it? Well, it's any sort of...
That was very cheesy, wasn't it? That was very cheesy we did that. It was like a link over. What do we do, Sam? Sorry. Okay.
Maybe you should be in advertising. No. So basically, we tend to, as a business, we tend to focus on three key areas of visual creative content, and they are filmmaking, photography, and design.
So what can they do for your businesses on also different media, different platforms? So for us personally, we only work in the digital realm. So we focus mainly on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, to be able to connect with new audiences and current audiences with your creative content. And they're the three areas that we like to work on. The main thing for our clients and for you out there as a business owner is to understand what the message is you're trying to get across to your audience or current audience in your creative content. So don't have mixed messages. That's the big deal breaker, right?
I think it's really easy for businesses to want to try and put out so many different messages and ideas per piece of content. But the thing is that it gets very confusing for consumers. So you might want to talk about, if it's a food product, for example, you might want to talk about ingredients, and you might want to talk about quality, and you might want to talk about how it's made, and you might want to talk about the history
and the launch.
It's
just too much. If it's confusing for you, it's going to be confusing for your audience as well. So keep it nice and simple. One clear message. Is it a product launch? Do you have new ingredients? What is it you're trying to do that's that one message you can clearly, so people watch or see your visual content and go, oh yeah, I'm engaging with that, and then they move forward to hopefully become a sale, right? So we do have four key areas that we like to work in with all SourcedUp, which we think is very, very important for any piece of creative content that you design. So once you've got your message, what is the message? Then these are the four different areas you need to look at to make the message be the best it possibly be for your outcome. So number one is
relevance.
Yeah, so relevance. Is it relevant? So what you want to do for this area is you want to look at what's trending. You can have a look at your Facebook feed, see what's happening, what people are looking at, the big numbers, also what's in the news, what is current, what's trending. If you're doing something that's with your creative content that's from a few years ago, you're less likely to be able to get those audiences to connect with what you're trying to do. So being relevant of what's happening and trending is really, really key.
It's a fast-paced moving world now, and everything is changing so quickly, so it's important to keep up with what's going on around us. The second one is engagement, right? So how do you engage with your audiences? How are you which platforms are you using to engage? So we've got, we talked about social media, we use Facebook, Instagram. I mean, there's plenty of others. They're probably the main two, especially for the visual sort of content, so filmmaking, photography, and then design elements as well. Instagram, great for photography. Facebook, great for sort of anything really goes, video content especially, and then photos as well. But we'll break down some of the platforms a bit more in future.
What you will, because you're the geek. So Sam, I'll just get that out of the way now. Sam's a geek in the partnership.
Why? Because I do
in the business partnership, not in the partnership, but business partnership.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah, make that clear. Business partnership. You are the geek, and I like to talk, as you can probably tell.
Yeah.
And you're the geek.
That's
so if you want to write any sort of ask any questions in the comments, then make sure you address them to Sam. If you want to have a phone call, then...
So now I've got to answer all the comments. What are you going to be doing?
I'll be on the phone. I'm on the phone. So the next one we'll talk about is human connection. Are you connecting with your audience or current audiences? Very, very important. Big business in America, big corporations are getting smarter. So they've seen that we're trending on our phones, watching those small 1, 2, 3 minute documentaries, right? So what they're doing now is they're now tagging at the end of the documentary their company, their brand, their business. You're thinking away from their business, so you're thinking about, wow, this is really interesting. And I mean, some of these things can be, quite exotic or different locations. And then at the end of it, you just see their logo. How clever is that?
Nothing related to the actual
Nothing at all. Nothing related at all whatsoever. And then when you watch it back, you're like, wow, okay, this is great, but you also remember the business. Very, very smart. But it's human connection. It's love. It's sadness. What is in your content that's going to have some element of human connection? Because if there's none of that, again, it's pointless. People won't engage. All the other things we talked about.
I think it comes down to storytelling, really. Storytelling in the way that you present your creative content. So, I mean, storytelling as humans, we've been storytellers since the beginning of time, really. Just the medium has changed. Originally it was the paintings in the caves, and now it's the camera that we use to film. So storytelling is really important. It's how we engage and connect with each other.
Definitely. And then the final one, which is I think is really important as well, is your brand awareness. You know, because you just like these big guys, they're still putting their brand, they're still attaching their logo to it. What are you going to do to remind people about your brand? The thing is with companies is when you get your brand awareness out there, you're very passionate about it. We're passionate about all sorts of stuff. So we're like, why are they not passionate about all sorts of stuff? But that's a time thing, right? That has to develop over time, and trust. So when you're doing your content, add your logos in, add the brands in there, but don't make it all about that. It's a long-term goal for you, okay? That's not the message. The brand awareness has to be there, but it's not the message.
Absolutely. It can be very easy to get caught up in, that's the main focus, when really branding is all about, again, it comes back to the story and the message. So, take that on board when you guys are producing your content. Definitely have the tag or the logo there, but it's not like the be all and end all, the main focus, really.
Definitely. And we do say to lots of our clients, you can do it. You can create your own content. You just have to have confidence and understand what it is that is trending, what's engaging, all the key areas we've talked about today. But don't worry, in 2 weeks' time, we'll upload another video, and the first thing we talk about is video content and getting episode 2. Hopefully we'll see a few people come back and tune in for our next one, fingers crossed. So that will be about video content and understanding a bit more about storyboarding, how to get, again, the best out of your video content, what people are looking for, trends, all that kind of stuff. So we're really here just to help you guys out and just understand those questions you might have and be able to, again, work on what's going to be the best outcome for your creative content. Well, that's all we've got time for this time. Hopefully I've talked enough.
I think you've talked plenty there. Let's
we can cut it there. All right, so that's for myself, Mark, and
Sam. Thanks, guys.
From SourcedUp TV. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Really
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.